I did as good as I could for that last song. I think I'm learning how to fix the app a little bit myself. But I'm gonna break the L song. Alright everybody, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Johnny speaking to, and if this is your first time entering the channel, you're in the right place. I talk about everything, from my 10 years in prison, to the fights I've lost, to prostitutes I got, to drugs I did, to the girls I couldn't get because I played myself in front of them, blah, 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 blah. And I also do other things to kind of like make the channel a little of everything. One stuff I do is, I don't feel like lifting it up, but I have the VR headset, so I stream my VR games here so you guys can enjoy seeing what, VR stuff is. And some VR news I'm nowhere in compatible to Mystical or Mystic and these other guys. And shout out to you that I said your name, by the way, because I watch you all the time and you're great. And I do also stock stuff, to try to help people earn money. And today I'm going to do stuff about stock, and if you're back again, welcome back. I do appreciate you guys coming here and watching these videos. It does make me happy. It's my way of socializing during this COVID. I did go out the other day, and I'll probably maybe leave that as my thumbnail. I was really, really sleepy, buzzing drunk, didn't drink, just really sleepy. I didn't sleep at all, because I've been up doing a lot of shit, and there wasn't much action. We were all talking, but it was just calm. Everyone was just chilling, and I was just kept going like that and closed my eyes. And then one time I closed my eyes, I fell forward and I fell down and hit my head on on the table, and all the people around, well, there wasn't much, but all the people around probably thought, "Yeah, look at this drunk asshole." Even sober, I'm able to be the life of the issue, because my friends used to call me to make a scene, back when we were kids, not as adults, but and I kind of almost made one sober. So, and shout outs to Brad, if you do watch these, glad you were there. You were the reason why I left. And your two old co-workers are great people. They're awesome people. You had good friends. You have good friends. Not like they're not your friends. You have good friends. And Matt, when you come down here, you come to my house, man. You see my family and you come to my house, all right? But I'm going to talk a little bit about stock. I invest a little more. I'll talk about first Bitcoin. I am a moment pulled out, Bitcoin, because right now, at least on Robinhood right now, they're $49,327. Right now they're going through a little problem with how much green they're using, how much energy it's costing, and they're not really doing much other than being a store of value. You know what I mean? They really aren't. They were only meant to do Bitcoin transactions. They weren't meant to really handle all other type of stuff. So even Elon Musk recently tweeted saying that he's not going to accept it for car sales and purchases in his Tesla company and stuff like that until they learn how to be greener, So that might have been a little reason why, even though they've been kind of lower lately, that might have been a reason why they've even sunk a little bit more. But yeah, so that's it with Bitcoin. I'm not with them. I used to be in them when they were 10 grand. I even have proof. I could even go back and show that that's when I was really into them. I was up at 2,500 at one point in them when they were even lower than this price. So I can imagine what I'd be if I didn't sell them. I started to sell them. See, I already explained to you the difference between a price correction and a dip. Price correction is when it's it can go up to 30% drop in a couple days, 2, 3, 4 days, it just keeps dropping. It's price correction. It's guaranteed to happen. It goes up, and then some people sell, and just some people buy because it corrects itself after a high raise. It has its way. And if you're not able to handle stuff like that, like volatile money drops up and down, you're not meant to be into this, and you're definitely not meant to be in crypto. I know these stocks might be a little more stable, but it also takes a lot more money to gain the same amount of money, because I no claimage of having a lot of money. I'm on unemployment, yet it's going to be backwards, but I have over, a little over 6,000 in it. You know what I mean? And that was just from me investing. It's not 6,000 of my money put into it. Like I'm up like $2,000 in Ethereum. I was up more. I was up 24. They dropped a little bit. But a drop, when I mean a drop, is when it drops 30%, or more, around 30% though, in one day. That's when it's a drop. That's when you need to like really do your research, find out why, and see if you want to ride it out with them. They might even drop more, and it might be like that for a while until a lot of people start buying those dips, and then because they see something in it, and it does go back up, or nobody may ever see or trust it again, and it might dip even lower and lower and lower. But Bitcoin will always be around. It will always be a store of value. It'll always be a no-brainer. Even where it is now, it's up like, I don't want to lie because I don't have the book in front of me. I wrote it down, like, let's say 215% already from this year. 215%. Try to invest that in January and be up 215% come May. And it could be way more, but I just don't have the book in front of me. I'm just doing it all off my head. But I chose Ethereum. I used to be in Ethereum when it was $600 per. Even less than that, but I started really taking them serious when they were 600. But I sold them to put more money into Bitcoin when Bitcoin, started going up. And Ethereum, although they were 4,238 or something around there, they're only $3,650 right now. You know what I mean? And I invested a little more in them just now. Just because I buy the dip. You know what I mean? And Ethereum, I think, is, although I've done my research and other people said this way before me, so don't let me be the guy who's the fortune cookie. Say, yo, John Sandoval said this. Yeah, I'm saying this, but other people said it way before me. Ethereum has a very good chance of taking that flippy or whatever they call it, swippy, where the Bitcoin and Ethereum like go different, like where Ethereum is number one, Bitcoin, like where it goes. Because Ethereum right now, I don't know the exact prices. I'm gonna just round it off, but it's around that amount. Bitcoin is around $1.1 trillion market cap. Might be 1 trillion, might be 1.2, whatever market cap. Ethereum is around like 400 billion, 485 billion, so almost a half a trillion market cap. But yet Ethereum is like, just round it, is like $4,000, but Bitcoin is like $50,000. You know what I mean? Like, so Ethereum is not just a store of value. Like Bitcoin is just gold. It's a store of value, although it's better than gold. It's like a store of value. But Ethereum is a program. It's like a blockchain. It's a blockchain. It was made, I don't want to screw up the days, but I think like 2013 or something like that by this guy, and he wanted to make it more than just a store value. You know what I mean? Like, you could put anything on top of this program, on top of this infrastructure. You know what I mean? Like, you could like back then, what's that game we used to make Angry 10 Cent, I think, or something like that. It was called it's one of those programs. Made their program on top of Facebook. What use the Facebook, I guess, layout. I don't, I'm not a computer whiz, but put their program on top of Facebook, and they're a multi-billion-dollar company now. You know what I mean? Like, and even when you do things, you're using like the Amazon, this, and you're renting space from that. You're putting your stuff on other companies. that is kind of like what Ethereum is, but Ethereum is blockchain. Ethereum is like blockchain. Ethereum is, basically hidden. Like it's not hidden. We all know where it is. I know where I am. I'm right here. But Ethereum is like, if you put a program on top of it, it's different than just putting a program on top of the Amazon. You know what I mean? Like it's totally different. You're paying Jeff Bezos this way. You're just buying Ether coins. You're buying Ether, to use their space Ethereum, because Ethereum is not the coin. Ether is the coin. Ethereum is the program. I'm gonna use that word. The program, the functionality of it. So I believe, and so do tons of billionaires and millionaires believe, that it holds way more value, and it is the future of computing. And I know there's others, like I think Cardano might have their own, and maybe Polkadot, or I might be wrong with one or two, but there's others that do it, but they're not nowhere near, Ethereum. And it's just Ethereum came out with Ethereum 2.0 because what they were doing to their gas fees were ridiculous. You had to pay, not me, but you had to pay in order to use their stuff. And they were saying at one point, and it might still hold value, truth, but it might be it's definitely on a transition not to be true, but it might already not be true, but it might still be true. But it's like at that cusp right now. So like you could power like a third world country with 1 day of how much gas Ethereum uses. You could power the whole country. And what they're doing is, instead of trying to make it a store of a proof of value, they're trying to make it a proof of. Damn, I wonder if this is on here, because this is stuff I really wanted to tell you guys. And blah blah blah. Let me see. I'm so sorry, but this is just to help you guys out. Let's go into crypto platform. Crypto, Bitcoin worth the energy. Oh, is Bitcoin worth the energy and environmental cost? Crypto winter. Bitcoin lurches at lowest level in months, and also like Dogecoin sink 48%. I'll go to that shit to read it out loud. Crypto winter. Bitcoin lurches to lowest level in months as alts like Dogecoin sink 48% from peak. And it says, is new crypto winter upon us? It's impossible to know for sure about digital assets. We're in the midst of a significant decline on Thursday that was taking most prices back down to their lowest levels in months. And it wasn't just comments from crypto bull like Elon Musk sparking a bearish tone in the sector. Bitcoin prices are down more than 20% over the past 2 days, which would mark its steepest 2-day slide since March 13th of 2020, according to Dow Jones. Price from its peak of around $64,829. I remember that. I was in there. Bitcoin prices are down 25%, easily meeting the commonly used criteria for a bear market in asset. Meanwhile, Ether on the Ethereum blockchain was currently down over 16% from its all-time intraday high of $4,372 set on just May 12th. The world's second most prominent asset was down 10% from its all-time closing high at 4140 put on May 11th based on 5 p.m. Eastern Time ET close. That said, Ethereum was still on track for its best week, up over 6% since April 2nd. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to keep in mind. Like the corrections do happen. The carnage wasn't isolated to the world's number 1 and 2 digital assets, with the broad decline shaving approximately $400 billion off market cap from the crypto complex. Think if Bitcoin was 1.2 and Ethereum, just say 1 trillion, and Ethereum was $500 billion. There's only like a little more than $500 billion left for every single digital asset combined. So having almost $500 billion decline hurt a lot of people. Off market cap from crypto complex, which had hit a recent peak in May above 2.5 trillion. That was its peak. according to data from crypto research company, I'm not going to say where. Popular meme trends like Dogecoin were down 48% from peak reached this past Saturday. The meme currency, which was created back in 2013, was changing hands around 39 cents. At last check, down 14%. Its market value was 51 billion after topping at 90 billion. So that says a lot, you know what I mean? So what sparkled the downturn? There's no one thing that often it doesn't take much for crypto to reach a point where substituting pullback in shoes. That was the case around November, December of 2017 as digital assets, which had enjoyed a strong run-up, began a prolonged slump, and it didn't end until around 2019 or 2020. However, many investors will point to two factors in recent trade that may be contributing to the bearish tone in crypto. Tesla chief executive Elon Musk said Wednesday in his Twitter that his electric vehicle company would halt sales using Bitcoin due to the effects on the environment that cryptocurrency mining could have. Musk had been seen as a major crypto benefactor, and his change in tone was blamed for rattling Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a mainstream acceptance and adaptation. Tesla and Musk are still heavily invested in Bitcoin, but this pivot is detrimental. Someone just messaged me. Hold on. You can wait. Is detrimental for the short-term outlook, wrote Edward, a senior editor somewhere. On top of that, Bloomberg News reported on Thursday that the largest crypto trading platform in the world by volume was being investigated by the U.S. Justice Department, IRS, there's just a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, the pandemic rebounded, it's in, people are out more and stuff like that. Benchmark U.S. stock indexes were attempting to rebound from a withering day on Wednesday that saw the Dow Jones average up 1.29% and the S&P up 1.22% and the NASDAQ up 0.72. Those are fucking small numbers when you compare it to crypto. Risky assets were being dumped at a rapid clip in favor of assets that held the promise of better performance in healthier economic times. I'm not going to go into all this. I'm going to speak for myself. People, there's a lot of things that are going on. People getting scared when they hear these people who hold these, they see the Dow Jones, they see the S&P are the top 500 companies, and once a company ain't, it gets kicked off in the next five, so the S&P is really, really how you could check how the economy and how the stock is doing. The NASDAQ is just all, even if it's doing great, like a couple could be doing awesome and most could be doing bad, you know what I mean? The S&P is the top 500, you know what I mean? And, there's just a couple of things. There's Elon either makes or ruins these fucking cryptos because too many people are not children, but children up here or young in age, maybe 21, and they're just, I'm a millennial. 1980 and up is millennial. I looked it up, because someone called me lying, and I said, you're fucking out of your mind, I'm not a millennial, and they showed me the internet, it's 1980 up, up is a millennial. So I'm the oldest millennial, because I'm 1980, but I'm not a millennial right here. I'm the Generation X, or whatever it was, Y, Z, whatever it was before that. That's where I am right here. That's where I grew up. I grew up the He-Man, I grew up the Ninja Turtle, the original Ninja Turtles. I don't think I'm a millennial. Like, compared to these millennials, they're not the same. But the 21-year-olds and stuff, they see Elon Musk say something, they'll sell all their shit, collect their profits if they have them, collect their profits, and then back off. It's just Elon Musk should just stay out of talking about that shit unless he has backward reasons behind it. Maybe he's invested in it, he wants it to dip so he can buy his couple of billion in it and then talk good about it so it raises back up. And so he's slick too, because if I was Elon Musk, or if I was a billionaire, and let's say I bought Bitcoin right now 49,000, okay, let's say people knew who I was. I was a billionaire. Or even if they didn't know me as like a public speaker as Elon, but they knew who I was, or they had faith because I was a billionaire. I would Twitter about Bitcoin, say how I invest in it, how my company, my VR watching company, I don't know what company, this vape maker company accepts Bitcoin now. So people would have faith in me and what I say, blah, 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 blah. So it raised in value. So then I sell and make a couple $100 million or a couple million, whatever. Then I want to drop the price again so I can have my friend next door, my friend Matt or my friend Brad, but my friend next door or my father or anybody buy into it at a cheaper price. I talk about it, how I'm not happy with what it's doing. I don't like what it's doing with its how much power and energy it's using, that I'm not going to accept it with my vape right now. Even though I'm going to keep what I have invested, I'm not leaving it yet. I'm not going to accept it because I'm not happy with what they're doing. But what makes me laugh is you bought it knowing this already. You originally bought it, and to power your cells and to make electric batteries and make your Tesla company work and do, you're using 83% of it is fossil fuels. So why don't you make your company 100% green before you ruin people's money that are invested in Bitcoin by saying it online and getting people scared that follow you for some reason about Bitcoin? You're using an asshole reason. It's not green enough for you. You knew about, unless you're a retarded billionaire, which I don't think you are, you knew about what it was before you invested heavily, $1.5 billion into it. So you knew all about it, but yet you invested in it. All right? And you're talking about the reason why you're not accepting it in Tesla is because of its not being green enough for you. Yeah, you're working on batteries, you're doing all this electric cars, but your factory and to make these batteries is using 83% of your company is ran by fossil fuels. So how the fuck are you going to complain about Bitcoin when you yourself might compete with the energy used that Bitcoin uses, if not past it? I just don't want to say either or because I have no knowledge and I don't speak anything in this channel of something I don't know. I always tell the truth. You know what I mean? And so I wouldn't fall for his bullshit. I think he just wants the price to drop so he could buy more, and then he's gonna, whatever. But he's bringing the Dogecoin to the moon supposedly, and someone said to Mars when they finally did a Mars mission, but that's not gonna be for a little bit. But he's gonna bring it because he does things for NASA. Because SpaceX is amazing. Elon Musk is great with SpaceX. Tesla, yeah, if you put $1,000 in Dogecoin January 1st, you'd be able to buy a Tesla car. They even had the mathematics and the stuff on where I just read. They showed you could buy a Tesla. I forgot what Tesla car, but it doesn't matter. I think you buy like a lot of the cars. But if you put $1,000 in Dogecoin in January and didn't touch it, you'd be able to buy a Tesla. And I even seen some YouTube videos about Dogecoin millionaires, And I had $3,000 in Dogecoin, but like an idiot, I took it out when I gained $200, like in 20 minutes, just because I wanted it in Ethereum. I don't have a lot of money to play around with. You know what I mean? That's the difficulty with not having a lot of money to play around with. You don't get to have your money in a lot of different areas. I added some more money to it, and I'm about to invest. I'm gonna put some more in Dogecoin. Not a lot. And Ethereum Classic dropped to 80 something bucks today. Now it is at, and within a week it dropped 80 something bucks. Basically, it went up to like let me check my things. Ethereum Classic was something that man, I gotta do my face on this one. Ethereum Classic used to be something I wouldn't just touch, and it was low. I'm up on Ethereum Classic. In 1 week, it dropped $72. It's only $84. In a month, it raised $68. So yeah, so like It was only worth $37 on my birthday, April 29th. And on May 6th, it was worth 180. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to stay with it. I know it's not going to raise. It might even drop a little bit, but I'm going to stay with it because people see the word Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, and one's more affordable than the other, and they might go to that. But Ethereum is the way to go because even Elon Musk talked about it. That Michael Saylor massively talked about it. The Gemini guys, the guys who really invented Facebook, they got the Gemini. You know, they've been had Gemini. They swear by Ethereum. That Ethereum is easily going to be up there, and I say it on my Facebook all the time. Ethereum will be by the end of the year around $12,000 each, easily. And I am almost going to back off on what I'm saying. Not back off like where it's not. It's going to be at 1,000, meaning there's a chance it might be way higher because it's more affordable than Bitcoin, and it does more than Bitcoin does. It's not just a store of value. It's also a program. And that's what the non-fungible tokens, where do you think they all are made and run on? Ethereum. They're all on Ethereum. Like, so Ethereum's getting all this play and all this use. So the ethers are being bought. You know what I mean? Like, and I said I was going to make an NFT video. I have to do more research because I don't know enough to make a video. And I plan on making one myself. I'm not a known person or an artist or, you know, but I just want to see what it's like to make one. And I was told, and I could be wrong, so I will always say I could be wrong when I'm not sure about something. I don't sit there and say, hey, this is the truth, you know. I don't know, but I was told let's say this is a fucking flash drive of a wallet holding one ether, one FT. And I sell it to you. And I sell it to you for whatever amount. You know what I mean? And then you sell it to that person. And that person, I get a commission for all the time it changes hands because I'm the original owner. It's like a copyright or something like. So I heard every time it's sold, every time it changes hands, money exchange, you get a percentage of that. Now, don't swear to me by it. But that's what I was told, you know, and if that's the case, then I need to make a few and, you know, sell it even for a little bit. But I got to find a smart way to make it because no one's going to buy something off me unless it's something, you know what I mean? But I'll find something good, you know. It could be the yearbook picture, you know, of the 1998, the year I graduated, the yearbook book, you know, like. So everybody from that year who went to my high school, they might be interested in it, you know. So all those people would copy it or sell it, or sell it to each other and whatever. I don't know, something like that. But Ethereum is the way to go. And I use the site. I'm not gonna say the site. Well, I said it before. I use Robinhood. I use Coinbase also. But I use Robinhood the most. And Robinhood doesn't have, even though they're doing a lot more all the time, they just told me that they rolled out a new feature for options trading. Now you can get phone support, weigh your strategies with your profit and loss chart, and round out your knowledge with our options education hub. So they're doing more because they have a 2/3 or a third, one of the two, 2/3 or a third. I think 2/3 more people on that use their app than they had just in 2000. You know what I mean? Like just a year ago. So it is 2000, but I don't know if it's the whole year ago or just last year, and just these couple months they blew up. But supposedly soon they're making wallets too for the crypto you have, because right now crypto you could day trade all day on it for free. Oh, they say it's for free, but I look at it every time I buy. I look at what the price is. I buy it, and then I check the price. And the price I bought it at was always higher than what it is currently. The same price I checked at where it was before. So they jack it up a little bit. They do jack it up. So they do charge you, but you get it back once the price gets to that amount. But they charge you. They give you their price, which is a little bit more money. So, but you could day trade all day without having 25,000 in your account. all day, 24/7, even 3 o'clock in the morning on the crypto. You know, it's always on. It's always working, and you're always allowed to trade it. Stocks, you need 25,000 in your account, your investment account, to day trade. You know what I mean? Other than that, you can't. You know what I mean? Because they changed that rule years ago because these fucking people, suit and tie, asshole old men, didn't like how people were taking their money and winning and knew what they were doing. They were like, well, they probably won't have 25,000, so let's make that a new rule. But you can day trade without it, but you can only do it like 3 times on Robinhood, and they won't let you a 4th time because you'll get a red flagged and all this shit. But I kind of left stocks alone lately. I kind of left them alone because with the money I have, other than it being tied up in the where it's tied up, I was only doing stocks in the beginning, and I would make money. I would make money, but I crossed my fingers that it would do better, and I was only crossing my fingers for $20. And if I made $20 that day, I felt good about myself. That was in the beginning, the very beginning of myself. Then I was just like throw a little bit towards Bitcoin. I was when Bitcoin was at like 9 or 8,000, and I just didn't trust it. I just didn't. So I kept going back to stocks and stuff, and then I was just like, fuck it, let me see. And then I just started investing in more crypto and stock at the same time, and I noticed my crypto portfolio part was doing way lifetimes better. I was making way more money with way less money. You know what I mean? It was just like, so eventually I just phased out of stocks, and I'm 100% crypto. I'm 100% crypto. I mean, if there's something I think of, like a stock is going for like almost nothing, and I know it's gonna blow up. I mean, I'm gonna buy like 1,000 of them if they're $1 a piece. I'm gonna buy 1,000 of them if I know they're gonna be like $100 each, because that's $100,000. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. There was something about some DNA testing machine that might be huge soon. I can only look it up on this phone, so I can't tell you that. It's only going for like $2 now. Robinhood, I can't find it. They don't have it. It's like EGGH, I think is their code, something like that. And they're going for $2 or under $2 or $2, and they're going to be bigger than the internet was, and like bigger than anything. Like bigger. It's like buying Cisco when it first came out, and Cisco was up by 10 years ago. It's up 2,000 some odd. Better than buying Amazon when it first came. You know, so they made it sound good, but Robinhood don't have it, and I'm not gonna go that hard looking for it. I could lose out big time, but you know, whatever. I already lost my chance of being a millionaire with the Dogecoin thing, because if I invested every dollar I had in there, plus other dollars I have in Doge, and I sold it when it hit the 70, you know, I know when to sell, when, you know, Doge ain't gonna, I mean, I'm in Doge now, but not as much. You know, I know it'll go back up, but I know it's not gonna be as high as people are saying, you know, and it's gonna have too many ups and downs, you know, and nobody's even updating its system. Like it's Dogecoin, like, doesn't do nothing. Like, nobody's been even trying to like work on it for fucking, I think, I couldn't even tell you, years. And it was meant to be a meme. It was meant to be a joke, and all these people, you know, crypto people, you know, and all the prices and stuff like that. But you know what? It can be used as a store of value. Like Tether. Tether is like what? $1. Tether is a stable coin. It's always $1. American money. It's always, you know what I mean? It could be like that. It could be blockchain money that's US dollars. You know, so Dogecoin at $1, it sounds right to me. Staying at that. Doesn't go up, maybe it goes up a couple pennies, down a couple, it stays around $1. And because it's got an unlimited supply. You know what I mean? But more people need to accept it. A lot of people, some people are accepting it, but I mean, you can always change it into your money, but if you're sending it to somebody, you know, you can send it through their blockchain. So It still has a way of use, but since it's got unlimited supply, so to America's money, as long as we have printers, we keep printing it out, because we do, you know. But I won't waste more of your time, but Ethereum, regular Ethereum is the way to go. The other stuff, that's your choice. Just like I make my choices, that's your choice. Ethereum right now, I think, is way better than Bitcoin. It's doing way better, and I mean, it's dropping right now, you know. But of course, it's gonna go back up. We're in May. I think by July it'll be 5,500. The end of July it'll be 5,500 at least. You know what I mean? And I have more than one Ethereum, so it'll be good. But you know, because I bought more, I had 1.4. I think that's like one and a half Ethereum. But so what if they go up $100? They go up 150 for me on what I profited. You know what I mean? But like I said in all times, like I am here to help anybody. I left my number on my Facebook. You can also message me here. I have no problem sharing my portfolio with you. I am completely see-through. I don't hide my knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is worth money. And I got a lot of knowledge when it comes to this. You know what I mean? So I can make you guys money because I can buy whatever I want. I'll stand up. You know, I had one. This is two. I have laptops. You know what I mean? Well, you could see it. I have a Rogue, a fucking Asus Rogue. I got a fucking, you know, I'm not gonna brag about all the shit I have. I have 2 flat screen TVs. I have fucking True Religion clothes. No, you know, no other good. You know, nobody buys me nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna show you. I just get regular like pajamas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like. Right now, oh, by the way, I'm living at my parents' because I didn't go to a wine dance because that guy tried to screw me over. He tried to add $800, the same amount, which was per month, swearing it was my last month's rent to the lady. I said, really? I'm renting a room, not a whole apartment, and I don't have a contract with her. It's month to month. What do you mean last month? My last month rent would be already paid. She'd be just telling me she wants me gone that month. Or I'd be leaving that month. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, no, then it's fees. Oh, so in the same sentence and same conversation, you changed it from it counted towards my rent to now goes to who? Us. Oh, you. So it goes to you. Never mind. Backing out. Bye. And he even tried to call me the other day. Because he called me back the other day, lowering it to $480 that I have to pay. Meanwhile, I asked him when I first got the place, what do you charge to do the brokerage? He's like, the seller pays the brokerage fees. It's never the buyer. The buyer just buys the place, you know, and rents the place. It's the seller who pays to get him or herself out there, us to work for her, him or her. I'll call her, us to work for her, us to find the right people that aren't gangbangers, drug addicts, drug dealers. You know, we work for them. We're done working for them once we get the person a place, you know? And all of a sudden, I had to pay a ridiculous amount. I can understand paying a fucking $50, you know, like helping me out fee, but I had to pay $20 to fill out an application. They made me fill out an application. He knew everything about me, so he could have filled that out for me. But I had to pay $20 to fill out the application. Like, so they're scam. They're scam. And you know what? I'm gonna put their stuff out there because I don't want anybody else to get scammed. They didn't scam me. They got me for $20. That's all they'll get me for. But don't use this. I know it's backwards, but Remax. I used Joseph Carbonaro. Don't use him. And I wouldn't use Remax at all because it's probably not just him. It's probably his boss. If he's not the boss, because he swears it's his boss. It's his boss telling him this. So, not being honest with the customer who literally asked that question. I can ask if I never asked because I didn't know better than to ask. I can understand that. Never asking and it was thrown at me. You know, by the way, you do need to pay. I can understand that. You scammed me because I never asked. But I asked a month prior and more than once because I was going to ask for help from social service, the housing department. They said no. So I even told the social service there is no, you don't have to pay the fee because the seller does. And then this guy magically made not a 100, not a 200, not a 3, not a 4, not a 5, not a 6, not an $800 fee. That's fucking crazy. For someone who can't even afford a fucking one-bedroom apartment, who can only afford a room, you think I'm going to pay an $800 fee for anything? I'll only pay $800. Nah, I wouldn't even pay $800 for a girl to do that. Prostitute. No prostitute's worth $800. Unless I get to keep them a month. You know? I already told you about. I already made the movie about what happened last time. I'm getting them. I got PayPal and Chime working on that for me too. You know, that's coming back to me because they screwed me over. They screwed me over, and I'll get that back. You know, you don't tell someone you're a professional and you're gonna come here to do professional work. At my house, like I wouldn't be doing nothing illegal, like prostitution. You know what I mean? Like nobody's allowed in my house. I wouldn't have this person do medical stuff to me if it was medical stuff, you know, at my house. You know what I mean? Like it don't make sense if that's the route they try to say. But it don't matter. You still promise to come to do a correct massage, stretching, you know, like to do stuff. And jerked me. So that money, they didn't get it, and they're just investigating it. I'll get it back. So haha to you motherfuckers in another country. Yeah, I found out. So don't answer all you want, or answer all you want, lie all you want. There's just gonna be more crap. You're just gonna dig yourself a bigger ditch. But I took you guys up for a little more than a half hour. You know, if you guys need to get in touch with me, get in touch with me. I will invest anybody's money. There's one person, I won't say their name, that they're gonna have me. I gotta see if they're still wanting to do it. You know, but only a little bit, $500, and I would get 10% of their profit. You know, that's what I offer. Every month, the profits that you make per month, like let's say you make I made you 10 grand a month, I'd get 1,000 of that 10 grand. But it doesn't mean I sell all your stuff. You sell your stuff, but that's what I made. You know, and for that month, every month it's 10% of what I made of your profits. If I didn't make you any more profits, I didn't get paid that month. It's your profits. And I insure anybody 1/5 of your initial investment. Let's say you invested $500. I'd insure you up to $100. Meaning if I lost all your money, which is impossible, you would always have that 100 giving guaranteed. It's set aside. It's set aside where it's your money. And it's legal because I'll have a lawyer sign the contract. It ain't like a backdoor thing. I am not a financial person, so I'm not selling, like, what I say is not real. I'm a YouTuber. I'm just saying I'm a helper. So I'm willing to help you be your financial advisor. Unlicensed. But you guys see what I could do with my little bit of money, what I could turn it into. And I would have a lawyer fill it all out so you're all safe, and you'd have the code to get in it on yourself. You know, the website. It wouldn't be just my website. It's our website. But I'm just asking you. Your part of your thing is you do not touch it. So if it dropped a little bit, you can't sell it all. You know, it's like, whoa, you just saw it drop, and then look now look at it. It's up freaking 20%. Yeah, you just screwed me over. You know, you can't touch your stuff. But you're allowed to invest it for only as long as you want. If you only want it per month, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I think 6 month is the minimum. 6 month on. You know what I mean? And if you needed your money, then we're just up to the contract. If I made you money, if you invested $1,000 and maybe before that you needed 500 because you're a kid, we write a new contract up. You know what I mean? You'd be protected. I make sure you're protected. And I'm on YouTube. You guys know my name. You guys know my Facebook. I could be screwed. You can call cops on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out here to do that. I'm here to help you guys make money. But my time, I gotta find them. That's my side hustle. You know what I mean? So if anybody's interested, you guys know where to reach me. Here's the best way. And Those that know me personally, my phone number, Facebook is another way. All right? I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Bye now.